Hey everybody! Welcome to another episode of Who's That Anime with your host Steve and Colin. As ever, we're here to talk about anime.
Yep.
And this week, it's still Excel Saga.
It's still filler.
The biggest filler show ever. Like, 100% filler. I don't think there's a single episode that's not classified as filler.
No, I think we've engaged at this point where I think we're going to talk about episodes 13 and 14 today, but it is so knowing of itself that in episode 14 it's like we're halfway through this thing. It's like, oh my god.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
And it reminded me as I watched it, it's like, that's right, I'm halfway through this thing.
Yeah, you are.
Oh my god. What a thing.
Yeah, so as ever, we'll describe the episode to you. And so you have the gist of that episode, and we'll then rate it arbitrarily with what we think it is worth.
Yeah.
In the world of anime.
Yeah, this is wow. So yeah, let's jump straight in, Colin. This is the first episode on this side of the millennium.
For the show, yes.
Yeah.
Because we started on this side of millennium.
We did do that.
Yeah.
By a good 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was January 6th, 2000. And the incredibly named the New Year's End Party Hidden Talent Contest.
Yes, that's right.
And I'd like to read to you, Colin, the first line of the synopsis in Wikipedia, because I think it really does sum up this episode quite well.
Okay.
A recap of the series to present.
Mm-hmm.
In the form of a Japanese New Year's television special, in which Hyatt and Excel compete to determine the New Year's winner. That's it.
Well, I got the premise for our New Year special.
Oh god. Are we gonna so from now on our New Year's specials are effectively just going to be this?
I mean, we did it one year. That's effectively the rating thing that we did.
I guess
the year before
I was
last.
thinking more. Wouldn't it be really funny if you and I just recapped Excel Saga? That could be quite fun.
I mean, it would probably send one of us insane.
Oh, if not both. If not
already.
Yeah. So yeah, this is the best. I will say the best part about this one is Il Palazzo, because that guy loves him some Domino's.
He does love Domino's, and we're not talking about pizza.
No, actual Domino's.
Mm.
Yeah, I like that. In the Wikipedia description, it's called Il Palazzo endeavors to provide some entertainment.
Oh. Before we go into this episode 13, did by chance did you notice that the voice actor of XL changed? She had a different voice in the English dub.
No, she sounds exactly the same.
Oh, she's a pretty good voice actor then.
Yeah. She just screams all the time. So
yeah. Well, apparently, shockingly, the original voice actor for between episode 1 and 12, I think. Basically retired from dubbing it because she injured her voice.
She blew out her voice from yelling all the time. Yeah, that's not a surprise. I was sitting watching this and I was like, I can't, even fry vocals, I don't think I could get to that. That's just that is just some woman yelling in order to do the voice. It's like, oh my god, wow. Yeah. Confirmation, I guess.
Well, yeah, because I was watching something else and I was listen to this voice. I think it was some short. It's oh, I remember this voice, and it was someone from some other show. And I thought, wait, that sounds kind of like the English Excel dub, but it wasn't because the one that they showed wasn't actually that old.
Oh no. Well, Does the one in the sub scream quite as much?
Uh, no, it's just a tirade of words.
Right. Okay. Because yeah, the English one is a very deliberate choice of just yelling.
Yeah, well, I mean, she isn't. It's a tirade of like loud, fast words.
Yes. Fair
Uh,
enough.
and it's just 100% just well sounds for me
And
because I
when I
don't
say
understand
yeah,
Japanese.
well, that's the problem is that like I did at one point try to watch these at a faster speed. It's not really possible. Like, because it's
No.
already really fast.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, wow, she just throws words out, and you're like, nope, didn't catch that. Um, yeah,
That's where
it's
the dub is a bit better.
oh man, uh, it
Anyway,
is tough. There's
yeah.
really not that much to say about this episode.
Oh, yeah. Except from the start's immense. I love the start. The start where he's given
With
permission. So he's like,
oh
he's in
yes,
the. So it kind of it's like starts in the TV showing like a New Year special thing happening,
yes,
and then it zooms out to like this family in a house, and the little girl says, "Dad, can I get my New Year's money early?" He says, "Yeah, sure." And so Dad passes over the New Year's money, and she reads it, and it's like, "I gave permission to make this a New Year's special." And then she's like, "Dad, what's this?" And she looks at her
it
father and her mother, who's in the background, and their
face
faces just
melts off.
melts off, and then it zooms back to like the New Year drum that they got, and it's him. It's Ringo or Rinko,
Oh, whatever the hell his name is, the
uh,
creator of this mess.
the creator of the best. It's just ringing the
It's,
drums like
uh,
good,
is it
good
Rikto? Uh,
Rikto, yeah, I think so.
Koshi Rikto.
Yeah, yeah.
Rikto.
I was like, what the hell? And
Yeah.
then and then it just cuts to Excel and Hyatt in a studio hosting a game show,
It
essentially.
it does. And then
With
there's not a lot happening except they keep cutting to the people that aren't them because they're back.
oh yeah, but don't forget the that you have at least like one half of the whole audience is Excel, one half the other side of the audience is Hyatt.
And
And you
they're
have
all in various states of dying.
oh, on Hyatt's side,
Yeah,
yeah,
Hyatt's side are all dying slowly,
yeah.
incredibly.
Uh, and you got the judges, which is Moustache Man,
Whatever his name is, yeah.
Miss Universe,
The
Cosmos,
the microcosm or the macrocosm.
yeah,
Yeah.
Nabishin,
Nabishin, yep, he's there.
oh
Living it up.
Pedro,
And Pedro.
and the dog.
Nabishin's broke, it turns out.
Oh yeah, he does. At the end, doesn't he? I'm broke, by the way.
Yeah, he likes to like hang out with those people when funds get a little low,
Yeah,
to help him.
yeah.
Um, this one does just kind of recap a lot of stuff and like hash the same jokes. The bits that are original, to my memory, are the Il Palazzo Domino
Yeah.
bits where he's trying to like set this massive domino train
Mhm.
and is constantly being interrupted by Excel.
Oh, the imposter XL and Hyatt,
Yes.
because like I think they were saying, "Oh, and we got this person building a domino thing," and XL makes some comment, and then it zooms in and finds, "Oh, it's El Palazzo. Sorry, oh, hey, El Palazzo," type thing, and they're like, "Yeah, yeah, look, this old geezer is like, he's really into it. He's not paying attention to us, and to beat him up, like stop
Oh
on him and
God.
everything." uh, and then basically there's like three segments, like you said, it's recapping. So they go on to the introduction of like how Excel and Hyatt was introduced into the show, and then they rate that. The judges rate it, which is 49, I think, for
Yes.
both of them.
Oh wait, no. It's 47, then it's 48, and then the next ones are like they basically like every time they tally them up, they're equal.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah.
yeah. No, I don't know. I can't remember. can't
It's
remember what the
hard.
second one.
It's hard to remember a lot of this stuff because
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's just the stuff I've watched or the stuff they're making fun of the things that they've watched or the things that they're making fun of that I've watched. I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
it's all making fun of. The second one I can't remember what it was. The third one was the independent movies of Pedro's
Yes,
life, and it just basically goes through the rehash of
everything about Pedro.
all the scenes about Pedro. Yeah, and then Nashimi has his own thing where he's like recruiting a team or something.
Yeah, this is the people he hangs out with
Yeah,
because he needs money.
yeah, he needs money. He says he's broke, and the rate on that. That's basically it. And then they kind of like cut to El Palazzo, go back to El Palazzo at one point, and then they kind of jump to knock over the dominoes, and they successfully do it, and then he catches it just in time,
Yes.
and then they slag him off, and then the screen goes dark, and then all it is his puppets hanging in by like some nissies.
Why? Why is that a thing?
Oh, I think it was just so they suspended at the right angle for the people. We weren't like hung,
No,
but
no.
it was a bit like Akuma-esque, where he kind of comes in with his
Yeah,
demon, and then just like goes black, and it has heaven. I think is the kanji appears on the screen.
it's weird, man.
But yeah, the end of it is like basically he's just like stacking up this domino still, and then you see the directors in the background. It's like, and fade out, and he's like, "What?" Doing?
I think he makes some comment about how it's usually incomprehensible to try and edit these anyway, but
Yeah,
this is particularly difficult. And you're like, yeah, I get that.
yeah, and he's just about to launch the things, and he's just like in the editing room for some reason, and then it zooms
Yeah,
out to the three guys in the
who
apartment.
haven't been in the episode again.
Yeah, and that was basically it. And then,
Oh, well, the
oh,
dominoes fall.
do we see the dominoes fall?
The dominoes fall when he's in the editing room, and it zooms in and he blames the corrupt society.
Oh, all right, because I think it's fading out at that point.
Ugh.
But you got the an extended music intro.
Yes, they
Again.
show the intro again, but with more stuff.
More edits from the show, like her
Yeah.
waving her glow sticks when she's directing traffic in the first episode.
Yep.
But yeah, that's basically the episode there.
I don't like this one, Colin.
Didn't like this one.
No, it was real dull.
Yeah, it was.
This is getting into Golden Boy territory of like ratings.
Oh, oh man, wow.
How did you feel?
Yeah, I mean, it was just a recap show, but I suppose it juiced it up a bit on that game show.
Guess I don't know. Like even the Simpsons recap episodes are are better.
Yeah, but it wasn't just like, oh, you remember that time when we did this?
It's
It's
not an episode of Family Guy.
not a Family Guy. Ah, yeah, it wasn't great. It was funny because it was just, well, I suppose, just insanely stupid, like all
Yes.
Excel is.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah. I don't know, 4.
Yeah, I was heading three territory.
Oh,
It
cool.
was a rough one of just kind of watching it going, uh-huh. Occasionally laughing at the jokes. Like the trailers were very good for the movies. I enjoyed those. And
Yeah.
well, I enjoyed Nabishin's because that was original content. Pedro's was just kind of annoying because it was the same fucking thing again. And I enjoyed the domino jokes. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's pretty much the original stuff.
Oh boy. Well, not that not that this episode had a lot to talk about. This one has some things to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Some like I'm not not saying many, but it has some. Um, episode 14, prop.
Prop.
Prop. This this is the one I mentioned earlier, where it's like, hey, we're halfway through this thing. Can we? And it says something like, I don't know what to do. I'm really worried about what the show is going to be. And then the creator he's stood there as the executive at a table with the creator of the show, Rikdo, who, when he turns back, is now stood on the table looking down at him. And he's like, please let me put add a new character to the show. And he's like, thumbs up. Let's do it.
With a stamp on his thumb.
A stamp on his thumb, yeah, stamp of approval.
Yeah. I think it was. I thought it was like there wasn't the ratings were going down or something.
Yeah, the effort to get ratings up. They can't do another beach episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, they added another person to that security group.
Yeah. So I think it started off in Mustache Man.
Oh
And
yeah.
his secretary at the car. He's like outside the car. It's like, hey, you gonna come with me? And she says, no, I can't. Best not to. And then she drives away. And it's like, gotta keep a distance. You'll work relationships to the driver and stuff like that.
Such a weird comment. She's like, yeah, I don't think I should.
No. And then then you go to like a park, like a wee like playground, and
Right.
uh-huh.
Right.
Yeah.
One of the things we need to talk about in this one.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
The creepy
Is
doctor?
The pedophile doctor, yes. So the mustache man is having a conversation with a doctor in a children's play park, which I assumed because he was watching his child. I was wrong. He wasn't. He was just there.
Yeah. And he would stop the mustache man every time one of the children do something. Like
Yeah, go down a slide. Yep. He would go, Anyway, go on.
Yeah, but he would do that in like a weird pose.
He'd be like
crouching at one point and then jumps back onto the seat, and then another time he's like he has his hand coming down because he's on the back of the seat, and he jumps off the seat to jump back on it, and it's like, yeah, okay.
Didn't like it. It was weird. But the whole bit here is he's like, hey, you told me that you'd make this project happen for me, and that was months ago. And he's like, oh, yes, I just didn't do it. But I can have it done tomorrow. He's like, and the project is the new character.
Yeah.
Which, oh my god, the intro. Oh, no. Okay.
He's having flashbacks.
Yeah. So we stick with the mustache man. He's in his office.
Yep.
And as promised, that guy, he's going to deliver that robot, but he's going to intro that robot, not by bringing the robot character.
No.
She's just going to be in the building somewhere doing something. He's going to smash through a window of a skyscraper that's, I don't know how many high. With a child.
Yeah.
And it's going to be like, oh, but the robot's going to be great, right? And the kid goes, right.
Yeah.
And he just keeps like turning to the kid for like disapproval. And you're like, oh, what?
Yeah.
Maybe this is his kid. And then a random woman turns up and is like, you can't take my child. What the hell's wrong with you? And just slaps him for a good 5 to 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah, beats him up. Yeah. He's also worried that he wasn't going. He's usually super punctual. Maybe when he comes through the window, and he fly kicks through the window. As he's like kind of like ass sailing weirdly behind him as well.
Yeah.
And then Mustache Man's mustache flies around like a big party.
It does, yeah, and is vertical by the time it stops.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how the new character gets there. Then you have like sexy new robot woman, Ropon Matsu.
Yep, Ropon Matsu.
Ropon Matsu Unit 1. And the description on the Wikipedia page is a beautiful bionic robotic bombshell of a bomb disposal expert.
I mean, I think I might be able to do more.
Probably.
Well, I wasn't very good at bomb disposing though.
No, we will get to that.
Yeah. Yep.
Um, but yeah, like, I don't know.
But,
Like,
so, what's his name? The young
uh,
lad of the trio.
Iwata, that
Yeah,
he's super horned up on
as
this new
always.
character. Yeah,
He basically asks her to marry him. Her marry him
immediately.
immediately he comes in the door. Who are you? Oh, will you marry me?
Yep. And then
Uh,
later on, she asks, "Hey, what is marriage?"
yeah.
It's like, "Oh, a thing that's good for me and for you, not something this guy would do." And he's like, "The fuck, man." It's like, I meant it as a compliment.
Yeah. And then the other two are just sitting there, just like
Oh,
arguing.
I do like the bit where he's like, "Hey, if there's anything you need, any questions you want to ask, just go ahead and do it." And she's like, "So, why does the seventh page of these digits not add up?" And he's like, "Oh, but it absolutely." Hmm. Any more mistakes like this, please make sure to run them past me first and don't let anyone else know. He's
Yeah.
also not good at his job, it turns out.
No, there's a shock.
Uh,
Um, and then they go to like a new fresh cow meat ramen place or something.
yes.
And
Because sure.
they get on the lift, and they're just like, "Oh, the lift is over limit or something."
That's right.
But you guys better not get on.
That's right.
And they're like, "Why is the lift overweight? It's only him and her."
Yeah. It's the guy's like, no, it's not you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, and I think it cuts back to like it gets to the credits, and actually you get to see Excel and Hyatt entering the dungeon, the
we
headquarters.
we actually we get to see XL returning from the previous episode from which we didn't see where she went. And she smashes her way up through the ground.
Yeah.
Because she's an insane person.
Mm-hmm.
You
Oh,
can hear
oh,
her yelling all the way up to the surface.
yes, he can. That's right. The last episode, they all kind of went in weird separate ways of looking at things at the end of that episode. Um, it's
Sure.
the Excel.
Yeah. Oh, it is. It's very that.
So anyway, she kind of crashes up and goes, "Hey, sorry I'm late. It wasn't my fault." Type thing. I was at the bottom of the ocean. Blah blah blah. And El Paso's like
Yeah.
pulls the cord and she just falls back into the ocean.
She goes back. We also see like is it Mishi, whatever the dog's name is?
Oh, Michi, Minchi,
Michi.
Minchi,
Uh, Menchi.
Menchi.
Every time like XL is like drowning or dying, it cuts to Menchi who's like living it up, like comfy in bed, happy.
Yeah, yeah. No one's annoying me. No one threatened to eat me.
Yeah, I get
Uh,
it.
yeah. And Hayat's got given a bomb, and he basically says when Excel returns, please explain to her the plan. And that was it. That's the plan. And then they kind of go with this bomb to deliver it somewhere.
Yes, I like that. XL's like, hey, where are we supposed to do this? It's like, it's okay, I know where I'm going. Great, I'm gonna rely for you on directions, and then just walks away
Yeah, and we're going left, then left, then left.
and left.
And they went over a rope bridge and and then turned back into the city. And then they're like, where are we going again?
Oh god. Well, the bomb.
The
How does
box.
the box? How does it end up getting covered in blood?
Oh, because the
Because Hyatt.
yeah, it's Hyatt. She and XL go into an alleyway for some reason and sit
Yeah,
on a step
yeah,
because I don't think Hyatt remembers where she's got to take it or something.
yeah.
And so they there, and then XL's on a rant of some sort. I can't remember what because she's always on a rant.
She doesn't do anything except rant.
Yeah. And then Haya's like, "Can I be excused?" And says, "Yeah, sure." The bathroom. That's fine. Just leave it there. And then, so it's like, wonder what Hayat's up to. Blah blah. And then like, all you see is this like pool of blood flowing towards like Excel. And if she looks at the box, says, "Oh crap, not again." And then she goes around. Uh, and then they do the whole. They're going down the road, and on the other side
Yeah.
of the road, it's the city defense people,
Yep.
and what Iwata is trying to like lose the other guys because you don't need to be here with us, and it's like, and then what's his name, the long haired guy was like, oh no, we need to make sure you don't, we need to protect her from you type
From
thing.
you, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then Iwata was like, what about her over there, and spots Hayat. I said, all right, no worries, and then they kind of leave each other. And was like, you go for it, man, you too. So that dude is talking to Hayat, and then Excel just runs by him, picks up Hayat, and he's
Yep.
just left in the ground. Uh, and then just taken back to the hospital.
I think so. Then they end up finding the bomb, which, as we mentioned, is covered in blood.
Just
Uh,
because someone's like, "There's some serious package in this doorway covered in blood," and it's like, "You want to go and see that?"
yeah. And then, of course, Ropponmatsu is like, yes, the bomb. And then Mustache Man comes up and he goes, like, you're the perfect person to defuse this because it's your job. You could do this. And Iwata's like, no, don't do it. Send her. Send this person. Send her. Someone else. Anyone else, not you. It's like, no, I got this. And she like looks at it. It's like, you've got like, I think he says at first you've got 12 seconds, and then that changes to 40 seconds. And then it just like, the time is going like all over the place.
Oh, it's 100,
Was it
112.
112 seconds? I must have missed the
Yeah,
100. I thought like it was started off with less and then got more. But she just kind of
I
stares
think
at
so.
the bomb for ages, going like, and then it's like, anytime, just please defuse the bomb. And then she just goes like, haha, scissors, laser eyes, and just starts like doing some stuff. And they're like, wow, she's so impressive. And she cuts the bomb, and all this stuff comes out it, including like Blossom from Powerpuff Girls for some reason.
Oh yeah, you noticed that too. Yeah,
Yeah, I rewound that back several times, going, I was like, no, I'm just tired. What is this?
yeah,
Why is she there?
awesome. Why not? Yeah. So she was defusing the bomb. She basically called the Mustache Man because she's got the radio in the back of her head.
Yeah,
Um, and she's going through it, and they're like, "Yeah, you do it. Yeah, you can do it." And then I think Iowa is about to run towards her, and then was Aya goes to the hospital, and I think she's just there for like most of the day, and then the two doctors from the hostage bank robbery one,
yes,
it's there, and then they just scream, and then she's
yes.
awake again. It's like, oh, yeah, why you got to do this every time? uh, um, bombs, and then they go back to the lair with Hyatt
Having
and
not been
Excel.
successful again.
Yeah, I can't remember. I think Excel was trying to excuse her being tardy or why we didn't do it, and she was like, "Oh, well, you got left and right, where I go and the opposite of from that type thing."
Then he just pulls the trapdoor
Yeah,
again.
yeah. He's just like
He's like, no,
none of that.
please. And then did they do like a funeral for Ropponmatsu? Matsu?
Uh,
Or are they just sad about it? I couldn't remember if there was like
they
like an event.
they don't think they did an event for it, but they certainly have the morning photograph that you get. He's Ayapatsu just like
Yeah.
he's got the suit on and it's got the picture of her, and then they turn up to the office and it's like, yeah, I'm not dead. And then you look at the Patsu, like teenage girl now. It's like, you're a lot smaller and not the same person. What?
Yeah. And he's like, what happened? Why is
Yeah,
this a thing?
yeah. And catch up with Pedro. Pedro's miscalls him, and she's like, "I shouldn't have let him
Yes.
done that," type thing. And she's crying on the beach, and then she's going to go get him, I think.
Yep. Because they're in love. It seems. At least that was what the movie trailer alluded to.
Yeah. That's it, I think.
I think that's it, man.
Yeah.
We
covered it. We did it. We did good.
We did it. What do you rate this one then?
Apart from the creepy bit, I don't know, maybe a 6 because it was.
Yeah, I'll join you there. The creepy bit is something.
It's like,
That's a thing.
Was Angelic later out by this point? I can't remember. No, I think it's later.
Was Angelic later? No.
I think that's
really.
I think it was 2004 and that.
Oh my god, it's 2001.
Yeah, so this is obviously a jibe at like the weird mad scientist trope. Oh, maybe that's
prelude to Ichan.
Fuck. Maybe that's maybe that's the Powerpuff Girl reference.
Oh, maybe.
And no one got it until Blossom appears out of like the bomb.
Oh, that's
maybe.
Oh, that's wild.
I mean, there was
red string on the board here, man.
There were 3 different girls, and they weren't really like don't think that any had blue in them or green or red.
No,
really.
And
yeah, one certainly wasn't blonde.
No.
I might clutching at straws with the connection there.
I'll take it.
I think otherwise I'll be Charlie Day in it, you know.
Yeah, red string on the board.
Or string the board with the pictures. It all relates to this.
Oh, smoking your 30th cigarette of the day.
Yeah.
At 9 a.m.
Oh no, that's Dragon Ball.
It's Dragon. Oh god. Well, on that note, we've done it. We've talked about Excel Saga. We're going to be back next week to talk about more Excel Saga. So until then, you've been listening to Who's That Anime, an anime podcast about anime, which can be listened to wherever any podcast can be listened to. Our home is at anchor.fm/Who's That Anime. If you like what we do, leave us a review, tell a friend, or support us on Patreon. You can find us at patreon.com/Who's That Anime, where you can get early access to episodes, including 5 Minute Fusion, our Dragon Ball themed podcast, where we're currently working our way through Dragon Ball Z. We have a Facebook page, facebook.com/Who's That Anime, where you can get the latest episodes, release dates, and you can get the occasional anime meme. We have a Discord channel. You can find the link to that in the show notes. We also have a YouTube channel where Colin painstakingly puts together the video versions of these episodes. That's youtube.com/@Who's That Anime. You can also find the podcast releases for both Who's That Anime and 5 Minute Fusion on there too, if that's how you like to listen to your podcasts. And I'm going to cut out the game bit because we never actually play any games anymore, Colin. I'm just going to sail right past it now.
Oh, all right. I mean,
it's in the show notes, Colin.
I'm always up for playing more games.
Yeah, it's in the show notes. If people care, they can check there.
Yeah.
And that's it. We're good.
Okay. I think next week you should just should do that bit like Excel, man.
God,
I'll remove my headset though.
Throat would allow. I don't know if I could scream like that. I'll give it a shot. Well, until then, until I blow my voice out.
Yeah. Well then, that's us for another week, like Steve said. We'll catch you same anime time, same anime place, same anime. Same.
Yeah.
Samey seems.
For more.
For more.
Bye, folks.
Bye.
Okay.